Sound works. Sometimes this microphone works, sometimes the other doesn't work. Hi, Tim. I think now it's okay, no? It's just choosing how to work and when to work. You want to hear me okay? No. Good. I think it's more than okay now. Hi. Sound good? Hi, Aurel. Okay. So nice to have you here. Thank you for joining. As I will repeat what I said before, we're growing a nice community here. Appreciate taking the time. Our weekend was busy, very busy. We're doing settlement agreements. Let's call it like that. Let's not call it claims. Especially regarding the company announcement that we have sent out on Friday. Hi, Elena. Let's just jump directly into the problem. So, as anyone is aware, we're trying to get an agreement with A4. We're preparing. We have olive branch towards them to say that there should be some sort of understanding between the parties and get to a resolution. And while doing the paperwork for that and trying to gather the proof and evidence, of course, for our claim against the board of directors for the uplifting of the company and not doing the job in the uplifting of the company, and not, what could happen if they don't do it right in terms of everything, I believe. We found out something absolutely amazing. Do the research, the fact that our esteemed chairman, I have a very, how to say, I have a lot of respect for the chairman of Shape that was in charge of the office. And of course, most of the year 24, 25, he's a esteemed manager. Right now, I believe he's acting CEO of Milestone, so a seasoned executive, but with very, let's say, very, I would say, with enough experience in the stock listed companies. So there are some mistakes. Of course, for those mistakes, the shareholders should not pay. There should be a way to get some settlement from the insurance and the D&O insurance. And unfortunately for me, I ran into a case file, HIBO, that is called Parallels case file. I made it public also my Substack. It's an amazing finding for our story, not for me personally, because as all know, I have started CEO in May 24 in the middle of a crisis with AFO and of course, you know about that already. And I just realized that we had no chance with A4, and although there were problems, also A4 didn't communicate correctly the uplisting requirements and what happened there. We basically had no chance to have a decent cooperation with A4 because our esteemed chairman at that time was just exiting from a bankruptcy case in a company called Parallels. Like I said, this company went past in October 23. The insolvency was handled by an insolvency curator that unfortunately also appeared in that scandal that everybody in Denmark knows. The next one is the scandal our Danish viewers can explain. So it's about Horton Law Firm. Their insolvency department was shut down after that case. Hello, Matthew. I can say that, long story short, we had no chance. We had a chairman that just exited the bankruptcy case. We was still running the bankruptcy case when we did the uplisting. We had disclosure We had to do disclosure. We had to explain to the market that the chairman had a bankruptcy claim, and this is obligatory for everybody that when you write a prospectus and you want to do uplisting, to say that if you were involved in this sort of a situation 5 years before that, the market should know about it. Is the same article in the law that was used by Finance to cover their character assassination campaign against me. And then again, this is a extremely important piece of information that the character assassination was just against me. They had something to do with me. They wanted to silence and make me go away. While in the meantime, the chairman himself had a very serious problem that resulted in more than 25 million Danish crowns not paid to any firm. So this is where we are. This is how life looks like. So I don't know if the and how the media will react to this. I sent it to Finance asking them a very simple question. As usual, I will share my screen so that you see it. Or in the end, it's okay if I tell you, I just ask them, what do you say about this situation? What do you say about uh, the fact that the chairman was involved in a bankruptcy as chairman of Paralens during the uplisting on the main market? So not like me 8 years ago. Nobody replied. So I guess I kind of threw their story on their head. This is the journalist that they have done. I keep cutting and it sounds robotic. I think it might be from the streaming, this cutting and something robotic, because here the setup should be okay. And just confirm now. It might be from the streaming. Now, how can you hear me? Just confirm somebody. When I turn my head towards the mic like this, it sounds better, but you could hear what I said, or I need to repeat it. It's not a problem. I can repeat it. So you can hear me okay? Now it's better. I put a second microphone. I keep on having microphones here. That today, the robot voice should not be from the microphone. I think it's from the live streaming, and that's why recording sometimes is better. Can Elena, can you confirm, or TB? Now you can hear me okay? Just not to talk to myself. Okay, now I have the two microphones. So again, like I said, I will repeat it. It is impossible for us to solve this issue with AE4 because we never knew that our chairman didn't disclose this. Okay, so the sound is not good again. Can anyone confirm? You can hear me or not hear me? Hello? Let me do a change of microphones. Just hold 1 second. Okay, back with the big microphone. You needed a small restart. I hope now it's working. Please confirm. So please confirm. I will. Okay. So let's get back to what I was saying. Over the weekend, we did this investigation that proved beyond any sort of reasonable doubt that we had an impossible mission with AE4. So our chairman at the time was Jeppe Franzen, was a former chairman of a company that went bankrupt and didn't pay to AE4 its dues. This company called Paralens went bankrupt in end of 23. The bankruptcy took 6-7 months, maybe even more. I don't remember exactly. The case is public. We made the information public. And it was handled by the same lawyer house that was part of the Black Swan scandal. So I didn't know about it. Most likely everybody in Denmark understood how bad such a situation to conceal this information from the market is. Finans attacked me about an insolvency 8 years ago, but they didn't even look at other people from the company if they ever had such issues. So again, full proof that Finans had something to do with me. They wanted to shut me up because I did the disclosure with Carnegie. So it's a character assassination targeted at me. Nobody even bothered to check anybody else, board members and so on and so forth. So I think that right now with this disclosure, at least there should be some sort of, let's call it vindication for my case. There was no possibility for us to get AE4 in line with a chairman that didn't disclose this critical information that he was chairman in a bankruptcy case with Horton in 24 still, which is mandatory that during the uplisting prospect, it was mandatory for us to disclose that we have people in the management with bankruptcy cases, and you should show it 5 years in the background, to do a background check 5 years, which was not my case. I had a 7 years, 8 years insolvency case, and still Finance considered it to be irrelevant. And like I said, I shared to Finance this finding, and of course, they just didn't reply. So at least we won the battle with Finance today. Good, guys. So now you could hear me okay. Everything is in order. I apologize. It's quite difficult. I'm doing this alone. So sometimes I need you to help me to set up everything in order. Yeah, let's go to the questions. Let's go directly to questions. Matthew from Bonbon Robotics. How long it takes to resume normal? It will never be normal takes. Not that normal. It will never resume to that. But if you ask me if we can deliver robotics or stuff like that, I think it's feasible as soon as we recuperate the website. And I hope this week, like I said, we recuperate credentials to the website. Okay. Questions, please. I'm still a little bit upset today, as you can imagine, with the finding. No, I had a dialogue, just wanted to share, I just had a dialogue with a journalist from, let me share to you. So his name is Magnus Hansen, and he is a journalist from Jyllands-Posten. He's interested in the case with Jeppe Franzen. He asked me about this case. Not sure what he wants to cover. Any news from Kroman Reumert on the documents? No. After the email on Friday, no reply, you can imagine. No, Cosmin, there is no news, and we don't expect any news, so nothing will happen. We will never get this from Kronman. What do you need the most at this moment? We need to pass the EGM and to have money to pass the EGM. That's what we need. We need the support for the funding, Matthew. Yeah, Bokeh Larsen, Julian Posten also owns Finans.dk. Yeah, I was expecting you would say that. I knew it, but it seems that everybody owns. Every newspaper in Denmark is owned by JP Hustor. What's the name? The funding is not going anywhere right now. Nothing of relevance happened. Iris Capital will support you. Yeah, Iris Capital will support us. They need to restart the trading and to be on the stock exchange again. So many other things have to happen simultaneously. Matthew, how much money? That the money that we have blocked by Kroman Reumert should be suffice, but that's why we did a campaign exactly on that money. You can check it at Fund Shape Phase Education. So it's a crowdfunding, it's a lending with interest. So it should be very straightforward for everybody that wants to support. What do you think, guys, about this article from today, this Paralens case? Yes, Matthew. Yeah, you can share the case with us, and I think that I will name officially today Bo as our go-to guy. If you have the investors, I think Bo will also be a very good supporting source for us to discuss. But Matthew, let's try to support the case that we started in the funding first and see how it moves from that point on. But I think it's very good that I heard also your message on LinkedIn, and I replied. I think it's a good idea to look at this case, and it's good that you are joining these conversations, because at least you understand who's who and what we do. So I suggest, if Bo agrees, that you also have a chat with him because of the Danish regulations, or however you want to handle it, as I'm not present in Denmark, Matthew. So I would say, Matthew, that at the beginning, I'm just noting it down, the funding campaign is live, so that would be also serious help there. And of course, if there are people willing to buy a larger chunk of a pledge, of course we can negotiate on the terms of the cost. Which email, Matthew? Let's be. I got your email on Kev. Bo, can I put you in the email? Yeah, I have it here. Okay, guys. While we do this, I need your opinion on the situation right now with this finding on finance and on the chairman, because for me it's very weird. Yeah, Matthew, I'm writing you an email right now. Matthew, I sent you the email with the email of Bo included, and let's take it from here. Yeah, let's try it. First, I think that the funding of Shape should be through this campaign should be the first step, in my opinion. Of course, we can discuss more, but after the EGM, before the EGM, we need the support for the funding campaign here. So also those who didn't have time to check this out, because me and everyone, I think that's a good it's a good 500 euros to spend or even more. It should help with the case. But anyways, let's not spend too much time necessarily on this. As I said, right now the most important aspect for us is to survive with the EGM standing, and then with the power and the authority of the new board, I think that Kronman, Roymert, and everybody else will have a different case on their table, especially with the joining of Alexandru Ambrosie. Things will be not so pleasant for these guys anymore. So I will be the good guy. I see that everybody is sleeping today. I miss Louise. Peter, Cosmin. Jorgen is connected. I thought Jorgen was not connected. It's like he's our greatest follower here. Shoot, questions. Ask me. I will present in the meantime the draft agreement on the... when will be the EGM? On the 14th of January. Of April. Any chance to recover the seized funds from KR? On the spot, no. We have to go to the bailiff court, and through the bailiff court, it might happen. We have the trial on the bailiff court on the 1st of April. I just paid today the taxes for that. So everybody has to understand, for instance, bailiff court is almost 10,000 euros. Everything is extremely expensive, as you can imagine. And that's the reason why they delay, because they just want us to run out of cash. So this is a very clear case of strong and rich versus many and poor. Now we are just poor. That's the only thing. We are not many yet, but we can be many. Okay. Good. I was saying that I will share some of the structure of the claims for everybody so they can understand, and I will do it in two tranches. So as everybody knows, we are looking, or I will just update you on the matter. The board of directors has a DNO insurance. I will explain the DNO insurance just that everybody understands how it works and how it functions in our case. It's a DNO insurance that basically covers the board for duties and obligations, and in case of negligence, basically the DNO, the duties and the directors and officers insurance will cover two cases. One is the uplisting on the AIFO, and the other one is the AIFO, and the other one is Carnegie. It's basically Yeah, the crowdfunding is already this fund shape. Yes, it's an option as well. Yes, that's why I got to it, Cosmin. Good call, Cosmin. So the directors and officers insurance that we have is for covering 21 million crowns, and hopefully we will be able to claim those, at least that amount of money from the insurance. I think that should be a minimum compulsory cash in the shortest amount of time, because otherwise the company cannot just restart like we need to, with integration, with rehiring people and everything without proper resources. So I think that the combination between Iris and some of the claims on the table should be more than enough to cover the creditors and the claims, because also we don't want to go with the full let's say withdrawal of 15 million euros on Iris, because then the share price would be very, very low. So we'll try to keep it as high as possible, also in the interest of Iris. So yeah, crowdfunding is already running. Tell me, I need to know the news from Denmark. Anything from Denmark today? Maybe Bo, okay, you are checking quite often this information. Maybe you can share with me. I think Bo went to sleep. Yes, the news loud outlets have been very quiet lately on SHIP, yes. Do you know why, Cosmin? Is it possible that the narrative starts to go in our favor? Yeah, I think that also Nordnet, I'm trying to take a look at Nordnet now. It's getting more positive, I would say. I'm connecting now, just as usual, to comment on Nordnet. They don't tell the full story. Yeah, yes, correct. That's my feeling also. But again, you live there in Denmark, Cosmin, and it's most likely easier for you to understand. Yeah, no news on bourse, and it's freaky to see that no news. Especially, I would presume that today's information would be news, no? Or it just destroys the narrative of finance. I have no clue. But how was the chat with Bjarke, the large shareholder? Did you manage to get in touch with him? Yeah, so I'm looking at Nordnet, but oh, there is a huge post here. Wow. Wow. Let's share the screen. It's a beautiful. Okay, I'm sharing while you're sending me questions. I'm sharing the screen. Okay. Share the screen too. Yeah, so okay. The largest post the largest post of was started by Clun. It's a zero-sum game post, as I remember. So the comments, no, Bjarke has not responded. Okay, he has time to respond. Okay, it's strange in many ways. My brain doesn't suffice what happened, so people are... Progression is flooding the case, so as usual. If the creditor does not stand firm on his right and looks passive, then the creditor potentially loses the right to deduct a loss. How important is the right to deduct a loss? It's absolutely nonsense. No creditor wants to deduct a loss. They just don't want the loss. So people that write here are completely disconnected from the business environment that write these things, you know. So it's absolutely absurd. How can a creditor prefer to deduct a loss? It's nonsense. It's a circus. Whoever will be handled. 59 days to find out. Correct. Do you know why it took 59 days? It's absurd. Again, questions. Hi. So yeah, it's the same back and forward about disclosure. A4. Let's see here. Looking back over the shoulder, Mark Abraham is undoubtedly up against powerful forces, but if his mission succeeds, there is anyone to begin the descent from a tall tree. My mission already succeeds, and yours also succeeds if we do this. I think that there is a high opportunity for all of us to go back to some sort of a normality or some sort of a situation where things could be restarted, not at the same scale, not at the same maybe volume, but on much sturdier grounds and a better foundation for everything. So where should we... I think that this is for today. I don't have anything fancy to elaborate besides, and I'm still under a lot of shock about this the situation, because if I knew it at that time, most likely I would have acted differently, to say the least. So let's try to swallow this bitter pill once more together and see what we can do afterwards, because otherwise we're just going to be lost in translation. Questions. Let's give a couple of minutes for questions. Anything goes, from the weather to the existence of aliens. It's a public forum with everybody can speak on their mind. What I'll try to do is also, Aurel, are you there? We'll try to do a podcast session in the next, this week one and two before the EGM, so that you meet the board members. So I will arrange a proper podcast with Aurel and Alexandru Ambrosie, so that you can ask questions to them, and it will be the same format, live. We'll arrange it. Should we do it Thursday, Aurel? Are you okay? If Aurel agrees, then we'll do Thursday with Aurel, and after that we'll do it. Yeah, this week, Aurel. Yes. Or you have vacation, because you're Catholic also. I think that Friday is a good Friday. Okay, so it's set. We have the first... tomorrow we'll arrange the broadcast, and we'll do the first live Q&A with the board, with the proposed board on Thursday. Cool. Thank you, Aurel. Are you satisfied? The same hour. We'll do it in the same format. We'll just do it here. Either through the Restream platform or directly, if we have time, we'll meet each other. But I think it's more than okay to do it to the Restream platform from the comfort of your home, Aurel. Yes, we have everything. I have Fable on stock, or I can manufacture. Actually, we have around 4 million euros of Fable that we can manufacture easily. Peter, are you satisfied with the current state of Shape Robotics and your chances to succeed? I will look into your eyes. We will succeed 100%. And if I'm satisfied with the current state of Shape, I will try to answer without answering, because the question is that I don't understand what is the current state of Shape. But I'm telling you that I'm very good at this kind of infinite games where you just move pieces on the board. But yeah, we'll do it. We already won big time, okay? Shape was dead and buried. Now we're 14 days in front of AGM. Yeah, Matthew, find the rich Chinese, Hong Kongese businessmen. They are perfect for us. We love China. Or at least me personally, I don't know. I have some very good friends there. Very, very, very smart people. It's just that at this moment, Matthew, that's why I asked also Bo, because Bo is the one that is helping me a lot right now. I don't really have a team set up because, of course, they need to be paid in some sort of a form, and I need to have also some clarification on how, or to clarify myself on how I can do that. That's why you get me 24/7 right now, and some good people like Bod and Jorgen that support us as much as they can. I started eating my pens again like I was doing during university and high school. Yeah. My man, yes. Our man. No, but the question that I have also for you, Peter, what is the understanding from outside for this case? Let's see if Peter can give us some sort of an understanding of the topic. It seems complicated for this case. It's crowdfunding is the way to go forward. So I think that you can work on the crowdfunding, in my opinion. Thank you, Bo. Very, very much appreciated. Appreciated. Let's see. Questions? I was asking you, Peter, how do people from outside perceive right now the situation at Shape? So what the general perception of Shape is right now? I think that before we have a shift in the narrative and more people will start rallying on the case, it's very difficult to go for. Look at the fact that even this funding campaign, no Finance didn't want to touch it because they then would save us, which is something that they didn't want to. Okay, how normal is for a paper like Finance, who covered 26 episodes of Shape, not to cover some of the positive things also. So it's really, really horrible behavior. Yeah, you'd say pretty good given the situation. Yeah. Let's see. EGM is crucial. So I think we're set. We'll try to do the live. I will announce it on Thursday, and we should be good to go from that point. From the point of the EGM, I think. Good. So Aurel, it's a deal. On Thursday we do the live. I will discuss with Alex to prepare one after the Easter break, and then with Kimo remote. But for the persistence, I think we'll do it all remote because Kimo is in Dubai right now, and yeah, I don't know if I can get him live. We'll check out, or we do it at the office, Aurel, with a bottle of whiskey, and then we can explain to everybody what the situation is. Yeah, I think I don't know what to say, boy. The Shape Robotics case has lost interest in the media right now. There was room to, because of the election, there's still room to just share the Fund Shape campaign, if you want to. I will quote from a esteemed journalist called Simon Benson, who told me that Finance is a big media agency or whatever he said, but the idea is that they have time to cover every story, so it's not like they are focused only on Shape. So now maybe they can change. Good, guys. Thank you again for joining. Thank you for the good chat. We answered the questions as best as possible, and let's hear each other tomorrow. Hopefully with some more positive news than today. Although it was not really bad, it is what it is. Have a good evening. Keep in touch. Thank you.